So I had a question recently, can you actually reverse diabetes? And the answer is, it depends on if you understand diabetes, okay? Because realize, and we're mainly talking about type 2 diabetes, okay? Now, type 1 is an autoimmune, and I'm not going to make any claims that that can be reversed, but I'm not going to say that it can't be reversed with the right treatment. But in this video, we're talking about type 2. The actual mechanism or the pathology of diabetes type 2 has to do with something called epigenetics, okay? So if you understand this, then you can reverse diabetes type 2. The term epigenetics means above genetics. So even if you have a genetic weakness that your family is passed on to you that can increase the risk of you getting diabetes, epigenetics is about lifestyle. And there's certain things that you can do with your lifestyle and your diet and your stress level and exercise and things like that, that you can control and keep these genes from expressing certain diseases. So, is it reversible? Well, if you attack this problem at this level, can you reverse it with medicine? I don't think you can. You can just manage it. And this is why the main focus of diabetes is the management of your blood sugars, as well as minimizing the complications from diabetes. So they're going to give you medication and other advices to manage your blood sugars, as well as give you other medications if there's other complications that occur, whether it's high cholesterol, high blood pressure, etc. My thought is this: if you were to attack it at this level and really understand that diabetes is a blood sugar problem, you have high blood sugars, right? And instead of trying to lower the blood sugars, just lower what's causing the blood sugar to rise in the first place, which is carbohydrates. It's mind-boggling to me. Even when you look this up on a medical website, or even you talk to the medical profession, or you look under Wikipedia, and you find there's very minimal emphasis on the key thing that the person needs to do to really put this diabetes into a state of remission. So obviously, if you lower the carbs, you're going to lower insulin. You're also going to lower something called insulin resistance. If you're new to my channel, you need to watch the links below when we're done here, because these are all the things that raise insulin, that then cause you to have insulin resistance, that then cause you to become a pre-diabetic, and then an actual diabetic, etc., etc. So we want to reverse this by eliminating any and all reasons why you have high blood sugar in the first place. So obviously you want to eliminate sugar, refined sugar. Now it's interesting, if you take sugar cane with all its vitamins in there and you consume that, so you're having the same carbohydrate with the nutrients, you're going to have minimal side effects from diabetes. So even though you might get diabetes, you have very minimal side effects because it's the vitamins and nutrients and trace minerals and phytonutrients that mitigate or inhibit the complications of chronic disease. They lessen the symptoms. So that's interesting. I'm not telling you to do that, but you just should know that. High carb diets, especially when they're refined in nature, will lead to this problem right here. High fructose corn syrup is probably the number one. I should have put it right here. It's very, very void of any nutrients, and it's just terrible. Vegetable oils, soy, corn, canola, cottonseed oil, they're omega-6. They create inflammation. They lead to insulin resistance. This is huge right here. Starches, the potato chips, the French fries, the rice, the white rice, all will create blood sugar problems. Certain medications like statin drugs, beta blockers, anti-anxiety, antidepressive drugs can actually increase insulin. There's certain diuretics. And the big one is the glucocorticoids, the steroids that are involved in all sorts of conditions that you're trying to drop inflammation. In fact, I know of a gentleman that developed his diabetes after he took steroids from some other condition. So that's a big one. And then chronic stress can also lead to a blood sugar problem and eventually diabetes. This is a long answer to a short question. Yes, you can reverse it if you, number one, understand it, and number two, if you attack the epigenetics as a primary cause. Before you go, if you have a question about a product, or you're new to keto and you want to know how to begin keto, or you're on keto and you need a debug because it's not going as smooth, I have a keto consultant standing by to help you. This is just for the people in the US. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to answer everyone's call, but I put the number down below so you can call and get some help.